Good afternoon. Look at the temperature in here. It's warm. It's even warmer wearing this beanie, I'll tell you what. Air conditioning is sort of working, but not really. I'm going to have to hunker down and buy me a window unit, as much as I hate to do that. It's got to be done. It's just too hot in here. Sister Julie's had a relative stay over. That's all I'm going to say. And they're going to be leaving here shortly to travel to another state and get to work. So we didn't get to work today. There was nothing good enough to go out and do. Nothing worth leaving the house for, shall we say. So I've been at home, finished reading a book on prayer by David Pawson. It's a good book. Now, this one right here, actually, it's right here. Practicing the Principles of Prayer. I just got another book by him, The Normal Christian Life, but I may take a David Pawson break and read some of the other books I'm already in. Speaking of books, this is what we're in right now, the daily Guideposts Devotional. Beautiful butterfly there. This is from 1902. We're on January the 4th here this afternoon. Go to Exodus chapter 20. They only have verse 3, which says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Let's read a bunch of verses there just to get some context. People don't realize that here in the Ten Commandments, which is what this is, there are generational curses here that still pass down. And I've had people to preach and say, no, we're not under generational curses today. And they try to use, I don't know if it's Isaiah, Jeremiah, I forget. They try to use one of those prophet books to prove that there's no generational curses, but it's actually a falsehood. But some people you just can't tell things to. I've seen too many people set free of generational spirits and curses, so I'm going to keep on breaking them over people, and they're broken over me. It's the way to go. All right, Genesis chapter 20. Let me go back to verse number 1 in this Bible right here. I picked this one up in the Philippines. Chapter 20, the Ten Commandments. Then God spoke all these words. I am the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slavery. You shall not have other gods besides me. You shall not make for yourself an idol, or a likeness of anything in the heavens above, or on the earth below, or in the waters beneath the earth. You shall not bow down before them or serve them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, inflicting punishment for their ancestors' wickedness on the children of those who hate me down to the third and fourth generation. There's the curse right there. Some curses go even further than that. The curse of the bastard, it's called, goes down 10 generations. It tries to keep people out of the house of God. But showing love down to the 1,000th generation of those who love me and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not invoke the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not leave unpunished anyone who invokes his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, keep it holy. 6 days you may labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. You shall not do any work, either you, your son, or your daughter, your male or female slave, your work animal, or the resident alien within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, and the sea and all that is in them. But on the seventh day he rested. That is why the Lord has blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. There's no evidence that Adam and Eve took a day off, by the way. There was no law of Moses back then. They weren't commanded to do so. Just pointing that out. Honor your father and your mother, that you may have a long life in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not kill, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, you shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, his male or female slave, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. All right. And I could say this, but it'll cause a lot of problems. Do we still follow the Ten Commandments today? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You got to figure it out for yourself. But you guys already know what I say about the Sabbath. Jesus has become the Sabbath. We rest in his completed work. It's no longer in a day. I'll just tell you that. All right, this is a very short one. The author says, a great many people like to discuss their horoscopes. Demonic. Demons attached to that stuff. It's dangerous. Their favorite question is, what's your sign? Each of us, they tell me, has been born under a sign of the zodiac and thus has acquired certain characteristics attributed to that sign. That's nonsense. That's hogwash, people. Don't get involved with zodiac signs. It'll curse you. Aquarians are supposed to be artistically inclined. Tauruses have a stubborn streak. Leos are born leaders, and so on. I myself have no interest in these things. Recently, a man at a party put my feelings into words. What's your sign? This man was asked, and he replied, the cross. There you go. That's my sign, the cross. At the bottom it says, Lord, I do not put my trust in stars or planets. You are all I need. G.K. is the author of that one. That's a good one. That's a good topic. Stay away from zodiacs, horoscopes, and all that stuff. It's nothing but demonic. It's demons. It brings spirits into your life. You don't want it. Trust me on that one. Good one. Me and Brother Grayson just talked about this the other day. Very interesting. Stay away from that garbage. God bless you guys. Appreciate you. Please do be sharing these videos around. Leave some feedback, and I'll see you in the next Daily Guidepost Devotional from 1982.